This week's portion, we studied the portion of Vayakhel and Pekudei. These are two portions all combined into one, and they are the last two portions in the book of Exodus. At the beginning of the portion, Moshe gathers the entire Jewish people, and he is commanding them about the building of the temple, and that everyone should bring contributions towards the building of the tabernacle, the temple of God. The purpose of the building of the temple is the actual resting of God on earth. Even though God came down on Mount Sinai, and when he gave the Jewish people the Ten Commandments, he was offering to rest himself here on earth when the Jewish people follow God's commandments, but then it was only in the idea, in speech. But when they actually built the temple and dedicated the temple, that's when God actually rested in this world, inside the tabernacle, the temple of God. The Rebbe points out that that's the reason that before Moshe instructs the Jewish people about the construction of the temple, he gathers them all together. Because just like in Mount Sinai, before God came down on Mount Sinai, we read in the Torah that the entire Jewish people were united and there was no animosity or jealousy among them. Vayikhel Sham Israel neged ahar. The entire Jewish people camped as one unit. They were in love with each other and had no animosity. So is when the actual bringing down God to live here on earth inside his own home, it had to have been done through an act of unity, and that's why Moshe gathers them together, and that was the introduction to the building of the temple. The Rebbe points out that that's the reason that the way the Jewish people are united in the building of the temple is by contributing and amassing all the goods needed for the building of the temple. That included gold, silver, copper, wood, different type of wool, linen, and different type of color of dye. And the reason is usually money and goods are the source of animosity and jealousy. As we all know, the famous phrase that 9/10 of the law is possession. So how does the Jewish people show that they really want God to rest among them? By expressing themselves through the giving of their possession and their wealth towards the building of the temple together with everybody else. In that way, they remind themselves and the world around them that the money is given to them as a gift from God, and God will make sure that no one takes away anything that belongs to them, and they will not earn an extra penny that does not belong to them. And by doing so, by giving charity, they express their connection and their trust in God. And in that way, this was the greatest form of unity. Not only animosity was gone, but also expressing that God is here on earth, running the show and directing all their affairs and protecting them and providing them with all their needs. And I think the lesson is obvious, that we need to remember that God, if we want God to be at our dwellings and make sure that God is part of our life, we need to allow for God to be in by uniting with each other and by realizing that the money is provided to us by God, and we need to express our gratitude and thanks by giving tzedakah. I would like to conclude by wishing everyone a good week, and also remind you that it's 3 weeks before Passover, so make sure you have the agada, you have wine, you have matzah, and you have prepared yourself for the Seder. If you need any help with this, we will be happy to assist you. Our gift shop has a variety of agadas, kosher wine, matzah, and Passover meals to go, and Passover kit to go as well. Thank you very much.